The Sopranos is not a show about the Italian mafia, it's a show about American decline. Look at every facet in the show, and you will find marks of this. Look at the families that are smaller, more dysfunctional, leading to divorces, with fewer kids who hate the parents and hate each other. Look at their ethnic identities and how proud Italian Americans once were, only for AJ to think he's Nobly Dobbly instead of Napoletan. Look at the ethnic enclaves that they would once pride themselves on that are falling apart. And this is explicitly told to us in the show, how Little Italy in Manhattan is contracting, or how Tony hypocritically bemoans the luck of the ethnic enclaves, but then sells out from under an Italian business to a gentrifying Jamba Juice. Look at the decline of faith. Tony takes AJ to a church and says, our ancestors built this. And then AJ, seeing through him, says, well, why don't we ever come to church on a Sunday here? Look at masculinity. Tony cries about the lack of strong silent types like Gary Cooper. But is Tony himself a strong silent type? He's not. Look at the mafia values. They don't care about honor, their culture, traditions. All they care about is making money. And when the going gets tough, every single capo flips and turns into a snitch. It's all a joke. There's a facade. There's no deeper core. Look at the recruits. Look at Moltisanti and Gismonte and Bevilacqua and Jackie Jr. Compare those people to someone like Furio Giunta. Look how solid he is. He stands up for his values. He knows Italian. He is a very dependable person. He's too honorable to take Tony's wife, Carmela. He decides to run away back home. Is anyone being produced in America like that? How did they find Furio? They went to Italy. That sequence itself is a very good sign of how far the Italians in America had fallen and degenerated compared to the Italians back home, who lived with their family, lived with their customs, knew their language, ate authentic Italian food. And what's really funny is that in The Sopranos, even a mobster is disgusted by society. Tony Soprano is himself a disgusting, terrible person, but even he is disgusted by how America has become, and he even regrets coming to America, dreams about an alternate timeline where he was raised in Italy. And I think David Chase is a genius for recognizing this, not just for recognizing it, because we all recognize America's in decline today. He's a genius for having recognized this back in the 1990s when we had a balanced budget. We didn't have wars. We didn't have a major adversary, right? The Soviet Union had collapsed. It takes a true genius to recognize American decline in the 1990s, such that 30 years later, the show is more popular today because its message only resonates more. So my hat goes off to David Chase. And next time you watch Sopranos, don't just laugh at the gabagool jokes, see the deeper social commentary.